Hey everyone, it's Sin's Blue Diamonds. This is Sin. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thank you for subscribing. We're glad to have you here. If you're a returning member, thanks for sticking with me. I have today, I am bringing a Temu haul. I have it sitting here in front of me. Part of it you can see here, but I will hold everything up so that you can see it. It's about 44 items, not too large. So let's just delve into it. These, I don't know how well, these were 89 cents. And please remember, the prices I am quoting are the prices that I paid. They could be more, they could be less when you go on and check, because they do fluctuate quite a bit. These are, I'm not for sure what they called them. Just says, it's supposed to be a 500 pack of little flowers. They're little sequins. But I thought they would be good to put into the resin. So that was why I got them. That just tells you there that the material is plastic. So, but yeah, like I said, I thought they would be cute in some of the resin items. As for make other things, I can use them in all my other crafting as well. We're going to put that aside. Okay, this was $2.48. Normally I wouldn't spend that much, but I couldn't help it. I mean, look at them little eyes. I think in some of my resin pieces, the jellyfish, I've got an octopus. My sister has some turtles and different things. I think she's got a dragon even. I thought some of these would be really nice in there. I've seen others do it. And this is, I believe it said there are 50 pair in there, so, or not 50 pair, I'm sorry, it would be 25 pair, I believe. It might be 50, but I think it's 25 sets. So I thought that would be kind of bring a new life into the pieces as well. Let's see. This is, let me cut it. I didn't cut everything and open it, you guys. I'm sorry. But I will try to make it as quiet as I can. Oh, my scissors are getting dull. I've got a trash bag over here that I'm putting everything in. My nephew was making this, and I had to order another one because I forgot it. It's an Oreo cookie mold. I found a way that you can take and make the two, make one for the top, one for the bottom, and figured out how to do the filling. So I'll be making some of these, but I had to get it so he could finish his cookie. So he is not in town at the moment, so I've got time to do that. This was a little disappointing, but it was my fault. Oh, the cookie, the Oreo cookie here, the cookie, it was 98 cents. A little bit higher than what I paid the last time, but that's okay. Now this is what they call motivational charms. It was $1.88, way smaller than I thought, but you can make a pendant out of it, add it to a pendant, add it to keychains, tassels you could add to it for your different books. There's just all kinds of different things that you can do with these. It's like trust, let's see, trust, grace, family, beautiful, believe, brave, that type of thing. So I thought it was really nice, but a little bit smaller than what I really thought. And yes, it did have the measurements, and I'm not that great, but I'm getting better at looking at that. So these are the little finger cots. These were, what was it, 200? It's not telling me on there, but I believe it was like 200 in the package. Might only be 100, but I think it was 2. And it was $1.98. You just roll them on your finger. I do better with these than I do gloves. So that's why I just tend to have it all over my fingers, not my hands. So that was why I got those. Let's see, what else? This, I'm going to contact them because although I like the piece, and I'm hoping it'll work for what I got it for, it won't work in this bottle I have. It's a stopper, so you don't have to take the top on and off of your 2 liters. It just, you can pour it out that way or drink out of it that way. It's supposed to be a 3-piece set, and I even went back to make sure. You just screw the, or you would just pop this piece into your bottle or over it. You know what? Let's just, looks like it would go inside the bottle. This is a little bit smaller, I think. Yeah, you would just put it inside the bottle, I believe. I have to go back and look to make sure, but I believe that's the way you do it. And it was $1.67, and like I said, it specifically says 3-piece set, and it you got to choose the color. So it had 3, I think red and green, I think were the other colors. I'm a blue person, so that's why I chose blue. So I will contact them and let them know I only received the 1 instead of a 3-piece set. Like I said, hopefully it will work. This, again, a little disappointed, but not Temu's fault, my fault, because I'm not great at measurements. It was $2.08. Normally I would not pay $2.08, but I've got a son who just absolutely loves the Punisher face. Skull, whatever you want to call it. So that was the purpose of getting it. So that was why I got it. So I'll do it in a mixture of colors or colors that he likes. But again, I think it will work for what I want. It's got INGS. There's what I was looking at. I didn't notice that before. Sorry. So, okay, we're going to get this bigger stuff out. This here is trash. I don't want that. Okay, this here was a higher price, $3.14. It's not the size I thought. Of course, from watching others, I don't recall this being on theirs, this portion. It's an octopus. It has a place, well, I guess it does, because right there you could put the eyes. Let's see, right there. So that's what I got, like, the eyes for. And it might be the same size that the others have used. I thought it was larger, but that's okay. It'll still work. I bought, well, I'll explain later if it'll work. I got this for a particular reason as well as my bathrooms being in the beach and ocean scene. But there's something else I bought this for as well that I want to try. But like I said, it was $3.14. Not too bad of a price. Not the greatest, but not real bad. I'm going to start putting some of this stuff back into my Temu bag so I don't lose everything. This is the cup that you pour. It's a 250 liter. I got it for $1.79. I believe the 100 milliliter was the same. But I tend to make a larger one, so I went with the 250 for $1.79. Why not? You'd be crazy not to, in my opinion. But that's me. This here is a repeat buy. My niece was come over to my sister's while we were working on a bunch, and she literally, my sister, she made one. She literally had to rip it apart from the dish, because my niece, when she finished, she was getting rid of air bubbles, she literally burnt this to the tray, the mold itself. So the only way we could get it off was to literally rip it apart. So that's why I had to get another one. I probably should have bought one more so I could do more than one at a time, but that's okay. I'll do that at a later time. I just, because I like the tray, I wanted to make sure I could get it at a decent price, and I think that was the same price I paid for the last one as well. Another mold. Got about three more, I think 3 more molds, you guys. And then we'll be done with the mold, I think. I don't think I have any in the bowl. This is a puzzle. Yeah, it just says puzzle mold. So it was $1.34. So what you'll do is you'll make your mold of your triangle, and then you will make your mold of your different pieces, and these will fit in here. Once you demold them, clean them up, they should fit in there just really good. We're working with, my sister's working with coordination with one of the boys because he has Down syndrome, and I thought maybe this would help. Give you a little something to do anyway, for kids. Even adults, it might be fun, because if you do like I do, you forget. Which is sad, but you know, it happens. If you watched, excuse me, hello. If you watched my last Temu haul, you know I bought that big chess board. And one of my pieces was missing from it. So, which was really disappointing. So for $5.84, I bought the whole 16-piece set. This is the piece I believe was missing. And you can't have chess without it. So this is a 16-piece set. I believe that is just for one player. It's enough for one player. So if I do it twice, no big deal. And for $5.84, no problem. They did refund me. They actually refunded me the money for the whole chessboard set. So I went ahead and I bought these with the money I got back. So that way we could still do it. This, again, a repeat buy, because my niece tore it up using the torch instead of a lighter. It's the tic-tac-toe board, whichever way you want to go, the board and your X's and your O's. The board part was fine, but one of the, I think it was the O's that got tore on it. So they have holes in them and will leak out, so I didn't want to chance it. So it was $1.78, probably comparable to this price I give to it the first time. I'm not going to rebuy these. She is not allowed to use any of my molds again. I don't even think my sister is going to let her, because she nearly destroyed some new ones that she had as well. So she just got a little bit too happy. This, a little disappointing, but again, my fault not Temu's. And once I get it made, it really might not be that bad. What was her name? Marva from Marvelous Artsy had an eagle head I wanted, but it was out of stock. It seems like that one's a very good one. So I ordered this eagle because I have a son that likes eagles. Is a little bit smaller than I anticipated for $269, but again, that was on my doing, not on Temu's end. But I think it'll still turn out pretty nice once I get it made. I'll see if it was worth it then. So it won't go to waste. He just likes eagles for some reason, which is great. I have no problem with that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know. That sound is horrible. Okay, let's see. Those we're going to keep separate. Put that back in there. This is a sticker I bought for my car. It was $141. It says multicolor, but I say it's silver. So I'm going to unroll it and see before I say anything to them. This order just came in. So the only thing I did before videoing was put prices down. And again, like I said, even the prices are what I paid. If you go look, it's liable to be more. I am disabled, and that was part of the reason I got this sticker. It says not all disabilities are visible. And it come in several different colors. And I just think this is a good reminder because there are a lot of us that have disabilities that others can't see. And for $1.41, normally I wouldn't do that, but for this type of a reminder, as you can see, I had no problem. So I just think it's a great reminder because I have problems walking and a lot of times. All right, let's go through this. There are 3 of these, and one of them has the price, so hold on, y'all. Well, there were 3. There it is. It's like I know I've seen it in there. These were 39 cents a piece, and that is why trying to find one I can open up fairly easy. And that's why I bought, I bought 3 because it's something I want to do with the resin, with the hooks. And I'm hoping it'll work with the hooks, but I'm not positive. So we will see. But I think it will work. I may have to snap part of that off up here for it to do what I want. But it's going to be a little bit of a hit and a miss. So we'll see. And like I said, they were 39 cents. You just put them up on your wall. So far, those type of things I've not had come off. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Let me see. I have, was it these? It was either, I have some of my pictures up with these. This is that nano transparent tape. It was 62 cents for 10. That was about the best price I could find, so I bought 2. Because I think the first time I bought them, it come with a red case. So I can just add these to my case. But I bought some of the round nano tape as well. And that's what I've got using in my bathroom to hang up my resin seahorses I made. So this is good tape. You don't get a whole lot for the price, 62 cents for 10, I think is a good price for something that really, really works. Oh, well, I thought, okay, this is for your toilet. Oh, there we go. It says fighting. Well, I can't say I get that, but you put one piece here, and you put one piece here, and, well, no, I guess you would just need the one piece. Maybe you put both of them on there to make sure it sticks, because it fits right there inside the circle, inside of the square. It says fighting here, but you use this to lift the toilet seat. I do have boys, and yes, they lift the seat, but with the little ones, I thought this would be a good reminder for them to lift and put back down. So that was why I got it, and it was 48 cents. The piece I have right now, I like it better, but it digs into your leg on one part because of where it is, and that really just sucks. This is not a mold. It is silicone, but it's not the mold. This is 5 of your little cups, like for your UV resin to mix the colors or just to pour it in there to work with. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them for, what did I say, $1.97. I've been watching these, and that was about the best price I could get. I could have got them a little cheaper, but it would have been for like 3 of them for about the same price. So it's like, we'll go with the 5-piece. So that is what I did. I'm going to show you this real quick because I'm going to fill it back up to put in. Oh, there's glitter. This is a rice bowl for you to rinse. It was 48 cents. Not the color I wanted, but I went with the cheaper price. It's got the holes here. You just put your rice in, you rinse, and then without having to take your rice out, you just hold it up to dump the water. If you need to rinse again, do it again. No biggie. So I thought for 48 cents, yeah, I'll try it for rice. So that's why I got that. So I'm going to put my other pieces, like I said, back in here. Give me a second, because this way I have them and I know where they're at that I need, though. That stays out so I can let them know. I got this holographic glitter. It was 89 cents, a larger bag than what I thought it would be. So I am pleased with it. So I got that. I'm not for sure how many ounces it is or how many grams. But like I said, I thought it was a great deal on it. These here, as you can see, are charms. There are, what does it say, 50 pieces, and it was $2.88. Now, I'm not going to dump them all, but I will dump some out in my hand to show you. Oh, like this. Crab. Okay, goes this way. You've got the crab. Let's see, here is a butterfly. There's half of it anyway. Yes, I got big fingers. Sorry. This looks like a whale's tail, maybe a mermaid tail. That's how it's made. Let's see. No, you can't see, can you? No, shoot. There's an owl Seahorse. Let's see what else we got here. Something that's different. That looks like, I don't have my glasses, so sorry. That looks like a fairy, though. A lizard or gecko there. Little bird. Different seahorse. So if you're doing a beach theme, you know, you've got it. It looks like a rabbit on skates. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that looks like a rabbit on skates. Here is another bird. His tail is where my finger's at, part of him. Or no, I'm sorry, it's leaves. I apologize. Let me do that for you again so you get a better look. I thought it was part of his tail, but it's actually leaves. So, cute. Here's the sun. So, you know, you get just all kinds of, there's moons in there, I see. And they say it's a 50-piece set, so I thought it would go nice in some of the my resin pieces. Oh, here are some beads I thought I could use. These were 89 cents. I got a mixed color of them. These are darker, brighter colors, but I thought that would be nice to use. I got, this is another 80-piece set for, this is rhodium. The key rings, it comes with all the pieces you need on it. This is mixed, well, it says mixed color of beads. There should be about 500, I think, of them in there, which there probably are. I'd have to go back and look. If it is the right set, they were 89 cents. If it is the right set that I'm thinking of, there's about 500 pieces in it. I have to go back and look. This one, I can't remember how they said, but this is the one I'm thinking doesn't have the right amount in it. This one is, oh, it doesn't say. It was 89 cents. Those were 89. Yeah, each one of the beads were 89 cents here. These are these the three? Give me a second. One. This has got 2 or 3 different sizes in there. If you look really close, you can see a smaller size up there and then a larger size there. But again, I thought it would be something be pretty to put in there, even if you set it right, even for eyes, before I found the eyes. This is your it's for your jewelry, but you could use it for keychains as well. I got the mixed color for 87 cents. What did she call them? I can't think of what they're called now. They called them something in particular, but I can't think because of the way they're made. You just squeeze it into the hole. So, got those, and it is, does it say how many? No, it doesn't tell me how many. But it looks like there's a pretty good mixture of gold, the silver, maybe gunmetal. I'm not for sure. But it looks like it's just the 3 different colors. This is, and I'll pull it out. No, I'm not. This is soap, hand soap. $1.07 for 100 pieces. This is like you would, take it on the go. I have a case for emergencies that I keep some in. The case holds 20 or 30 sheets. So if you had to use more than one, I found one works good more than the flower soaps. It's called Soap Sheets. Where you see like this blue piece, that's just the size of it. But they're white. The blue is just for coloration. And like I said, I'm tired of going into a women's room and there's no soap. So there's those. And my little case is small enough I can put in my pocket or a little backpack and take with me. This is a 50-piece set for $179 of mixed colors of the koi fish. This is a repeat buy. I'm trying to get it so you can see them there. But they're just a multicolor of them, and they show up really great. My sisters used them, I think, in some bookmarks where they come up really nice. This is a holographic, like blue is the color, glitter. The camera will not do it justice, but it is a beautiful color. I have some more of these coming in, and for whatever reason, a lot of these items got shipped in a different bag. So it's cleared customs, but hasn't moved from there for days. So I'm waiting on those to come in. It was also with this order. But that's Lake Blue. I think that's going to come out beautiful. This here, it was $1.34 for it. This here is for your key rings. It was $1.79. And that's what you get right there. 40 pieces it says. I thought I ordered 50. I'll have to go back and check that. And then in here also it has your jump rings for them. But I thought I ordered a 50-piece set. I'll have to go back and look. Those might have been more. Could be why, if not. So I'll check on that, and I'll check on these to make sure. But still not too bad of a price, I don't think. I've got two more items. If you give me a minute here. Oh, I'd have something to drink. Okay. We will move that aside. Let's see, we'll just put it there. This was $3.98 is what I paid. The only way to open it is to rip it up here. And these, oh man, I cannot wait to see these. Well, if I can get it open, we'll show you. These are stickers. There were 300 total. Each package here, it says Spiritual Beast, Magic World, Butterfly Dance. There's 100 in each one of the packages. I don't know that it actually said. Well, it says you can put them on. It says car stickers, travel box stickers, laptop stickers, and cell phone stickers. Works on all types of surfaces. For anesthetic stickers are designed for hydro flasks. They can be used to personalize your laptop, iPhone, MacBook, Yeti water bottles, skateboards, snowboards. Wow. Bicycles, car bumpers, helmets, notebooks, journals, scrapbooks, luggage, phone cases, and more. Wow. These are, okay, each package contains different cool waterproof stickers with high definition printing. Okay. For boys, girls, teens, kids, etc. It says. Okay, well, let's see. Which one did I open? The Spiritual Beast. Oh, okay. This has, ooh, you're not going to be able to see that. Okay, hold on, you guys. So what I'm going to do is pull this out because it's white. There you go. Mermaid tail. I'll just show some of them. it looks like you get a couple of each. Okay, it looks like you get 2 of each. I'm not for sure which way they go, to be honest. I want to say maybe this is the back, but I'm not positive. I think I'm showing you the right side. It's the side that's facing up on me. Cat. That looked like a chunky little kitty. Moth. Maybe a butterfly, but I think it looks more like a moth. Another cat. Like I said, we're not going to go through them all. Oh, that's a face. Oh, that is cute. Just wanted to give you some kind of an idea of what was in it. I'm going to assume that goes, yeah, that way. Mushrooms with the moon. Actually, these are better than I thought. Because I don't think it may have showed. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't recall if it did or not. Let's just do the one there. Cool, huh? And let's do, oh, here's that one. Deer. Oh, might help get them all off, huh? There's the deer. Okay, let's see. Here's try not to mix them up either. A bottle. Little bottle, that is. We got some bigger size bottles. And like I said, there are 2 of each. That's why it's taking me a minute on grabbing some of these. Looks like a cup. So those are pretty cool. Okay, so I've been showing you backwards. This says spread your wings and fly. Now if that's not a beautiful message, I don't know what is. So, okay, that's all I'm going to show on that set. I'm just going to, oh my God, well, I got them mixed up now. I'm just going to use this same board. I'll keep those stickers out. Next, we have what they're saying is Magic World. And like I said, you got all 3 for $3.98, roughly $4. That's 300 stickers, which I didn't think was a bad price, actually. What do we got here? And again, 2 of each. Pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we have? Wait a minute, I'm showing you backwards. Sure, sorry about that. Wish me luck. Okay. I didn't realize it. I can't read that, it's too small. It does say something right here, but like I said, it's just too small for me to read. What else do we have? It was that one. Oh. Is that a... I'm not for sure what that is, y'all. I thought it was a deer, but obviously not. Hands. Let's see. Here's a beautiful sun. Here's another sun. For some reason we're getting a lot of suns here, it seems. Oh, the moon. pretty. Let's see. Not for sure. Maybe a phase of the moon. Let's see, what else do we have here? We showed some of that. I'm looking for something that's different that we haven't seen. Okay, there's that one. And something fell, which is not good. Oh, it was a hand. Okay, hold on. All right, we'll stick it back in there. Oh, the moon phases. Kind of hard to see because I got to hold it up. But you got the phases of the moon. Let's see what else. Let's do another one here. If I can get my fingers on it. Honestly, I'm not for sure which way that goes, but but that's okay. Oh, a lot of you will like that, like fairies. Okay, that's it on that one. Let me put them back in so I don't lose them, and then we will do the other set real quick, which is butterflies. I think that's the reason why I got these, so maybe it did show what you got, because I remember I got the butterflies. I didn't get the other stickers that I wanted because I got more with the price of these, and I thought, well, it's got butterflies, so I knew I could live with that without any problem. So, and it does look like all of them have 2 of each one. So there's one. Let's see here. That's not the same one. Yeah, it is. This is different. Sorry. But it's got beautiful colors on it, I think. It just, I'm just going to show different ones here. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. This looks more like a moth to me than it does a butterfly. But that's mine. And like I said, you can see the colors. But that's my opinion. You got some like this. So those are nice. Some more like that. Let's see, little. Again, that makes me think of a moth, even though it is a butterfly. It just sets me the mind of a moth. What was this one? A larger one. Beautiful, beautiful. With this being holographic, oh yeah, look at that. With it being holographic, it makes me, I mean, you just imagine the colors behind it, how much more it's going to affect and enhance your holographic colors that's in there. I think it's just going to be gorgeous myself. Look at this. I mean, you don't have to just do a white or a black behind it. You can actually do the different colors. Oh, wow. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That goes there with that one. Let's see, just do 1 or 2 more here. Let's see, skip that one. Nah, we did some like that. This one. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, look at the wings on that one. Like I said, I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. Look there. That's going to be beautiful. Wait a minute, here's another beautiful one. Look at the difference on that wing right there. It's got, it's a flower scene. Wanted to make sure so I wasn't telling you wrong. That would be horrible. So yeah. Here's one that's different. He's actually, I don't know about that. But it's the same on both sides, so you would think part of him was missing. Hold on, I gotta put him back. Gotta make sure they go back with their partner. So yeah, so that's the butterfly ones. You could use one in a package, several on a package, or on an item, I mean. One or two, you use as many as you wanted to out of these, and I think you would do great. I think you can make some beautiful, beautiful items with these. Give me a second, got one more thing to show, and then that's it. This haul is done with. So yeah, Spiritual Beast, Butterfly Dance, and Magic World. And this is the package that they came in for $3.98. And like I said, I think that's a pretty good deal. I keep all my stickers in this little package. Now that I think about it, I just might. And then the last item is this. There are two in here, and what it is, I paid, actually only paid 90, see I wrote it on the back here. Yeah, 90 cents. And these cover your back, or your side windows. For your car. I didn't think it was in there. You put them in your car, on your car window. It's like a screen to help keep the sun out. Can I get just one out? Is the question. Let's see if we can do it. And apparently not. Wow, really? Yep, got it. So that's what it is. You just peel it off of here. Make sure your window is clean, of course. Wow, it's going to be hard to get off from the looks of it. But I'm hoping it'll help keep my car cooler. That way when the boys are back there, they don't have sunglasses. One keeps tearing them up, so I thought, well, we can put this. Oh yeah, it's a very thin film, and it just sticks to your window. So it looks like it might be easy to get off of the window as well. But yeah, you just put that on there, and hopefully no problem. I'll lay these out. Might put something heavy on them. Find a box or something to put on them to help flatten them down some before I put them on the window. And hopefully it'll work without any problem. I don't remember if it said on the inside, but I think you just put them on the inside of the window. Because if you put them on the outside, somebody just liable to come by and take them off. So I'd put them on the inside. So yeah, for 90 cents for each side window, I couldn't beat that price. So it's like, yeah. So it wasn't 90 cents a piece. It was 90 cents for both of them together. So that's why I couldn't resist the price of it. So that is my Temu haul, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you just happen to come across the video, please hit the subscribe button. When the bell pops up, hit the all, and you should be notified anytime I upload a video. Give me a like to help get my videos seen more. Leave me a comment. Tell me which product you liked. Tell me which product you didn't like, if there's one. Most of mine are craft hauls and things for my car and every now and again you find for the kitchen as well, especially when I can find something at a cheap, like the 48-cent rice bowl rinser. So keep looking. If you have a question on something, please feel free to ask. My email's in my about information. No problem with you contacting me and asking questions. I'll be glad to answer. All right? Y'all have a great week. I know today's Monday, so I hope everyone has a great and blessed week. All right? Stay healthy. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings. Just be kind to one another. You never know whose life you might change, okay? We'll see y'all later. It's a sin. Bye.